Mike. Jackson.
The start was really the difference. I mean, what'd you see from
First
first?
7 minutes of the game was, and the issue again, you have to give Illinois credit. They came in and they literally played to win the game, and we kind of went in to try to show my stuff. And I don't mean that negative. It just takes time to get guys to buy into how we're going to have to do this to win. I thought Billy Adu did great. He just missed a bunch of free throws, which puts you in a bad place, especially when it was a 9-point game. Okay, let's do something. We worked on taking away three. We didn't do a very good job, did we? We left corners. We don't ever leave corners. I mean, literally left corners, and they made them. Again, you got to give them credit. They had great motion. They were creating switches. We didn't rotate fast enough, but there's a lot to learn from this. And I'll be honest, getting hit in the mouth like this, you got to play a certain way, and it's winning basketball. We didn't create enough threes because we didn't find people because we were trying to do it ourselves, and there were opportunities. But when I watch the tape, I'll have a better idea.
Nelly tonight, I mean, what's the mix of him having to be better, but also maybe you guys having to get him a little bit more involved offensively?
Well, they played in a way that they stayed out on him. They played that way. But he had 6 assists because of how they played him. So he played the way the game was being played. There's going to be games where he has 5 and 6 threes because we're flying up and down the court. We're creating rotations, and he's the guy that's open. So last game, okay, and you could say, well, that's against them. This team played to take away threes, and he did a pretty good job of it. We wanted to go middle pick and roll, but they stayed out. And, they were saying, I think the same thing we were saying, you stay on him, stay out there. You can stunt, but you're not leaving him. We left some guys, which, we just got a lot to, the maturity, the playing with one thought in mind, how are we playing to win this game? I'm not sure we're there yet.
John, Billy, I thought, gave you a lot of energy off the bench. What do you thought how he's played this year and how he played today, and maybe how that can help you figure some stuff out?
All Billy did was do whatever he could to help us win. Not trying to get more shots, he just did what he had to. He flies up and down the court. He passes up jump shots and gets to the rim. Our game plan, I know you're going to say there's no way that was your game plan, was to play how we did in the second half, which we're coming at the rim. And how did we start the game? Like shooting threes.
Missing threes.
Like, what are we doing? So Billy did that, and that's why we left him in. I mean, Boogie had foul trouble, but he also wasn't creating enough for us.
And then I think Jonas played 11 minutes in the first half, none in the second. Is he okay, or was that just the plan to play him?
Yeah, we were going with Z, and Z made shots, and I was going with him. I was subbing in with TB because I thought defensively, and then TB gets the stick back, so we were fine. And then two bigs playing together, we got to figure it out. We have not practiced with Jonas, and we practice very little with TB. We got the ceiling's there. It's that we got work to do, and we got to figure all this out.
I know there's a bunch of big games left, but 0-2 now in these power games. How do you feel about that? How important is it that you get one of those maybe at Miami?
No, it's not. The whole thing is getting them to play right. You may play right and lose. You can walk away and say, all right, we knew what we were doing. We went after it the way we wanted to. They made some shots that were tough shots. That's fine. That's totally different than this. They took it to us, and they were the aggressor the whole game, and that's all we had talked about for 2-3 days. We're going to be the team that's going at them, and we just didn't do it. And then we did it in the second half, and you make a game of it We talked about winning the first 4 minutes. We did. We talked about winning the next 4 minutes. If Adu makes those 2 free throws, we did. And then we let go of the rope on a couple threes, and it goes right back to 14-15. So we got a lot to learn. This team's going to be fine. Thank God it's November. We have not practiced. We really haven't scrimmaged because we haven't had 10 guys. So we got a lot of work to do.
John, what stands out about their offense, Illinois, putting up 90 tonight, obviously against a very good defense you have?
Well, they do everything they're trying to do to create rotations. I worried about the high pick and roll. We talked about going under. We talked about how much do we want to trap? Do we want to twirl? Hard to twirl with Z. Hard for him to play the guard. Second thing is our point guards aren't 6'5", 6'6", where they can switch. Now, we did some scramming behind in the second half, and it was good. But, yeah, they were good. They played good. I mean, they shot 50%. I mean, and we have been a good defensive team till today. Even, you know, there's stuff we did in Baylor was more of our zone offense than anything else, but
Coach, it took Big Z until the second half to get his first three-point attempt off. Was that kind of by design in the first half?
they
Not really?
switched and they were going to take that away early.
Okay.
And that's why we were, again, move the ball, get to the rim. So, yeah, that's what they did. And I was trying to figure out prior to the game, I said, will they switch it? How are they going to take him away? And that's what they did to start the game.
And
So they take that away, you take something else. You can't say, well, they're taking it away, get it anyway. There's something they're giving up if they're doing what they did.
then Trevin didn't play much in the first half, played most of his minutes in the second half. Was that kind of by design with Jonas playing most of the first half?
No, it was more, I just wanted somebody to be more active because we needed to get 3 or 4 stops in a row and get this thing to 7, 6, and then let's see what happens. And that's why I put him in.
I guess once Tomislav made the first 3 for Illinois, did that maybe change,
What's that?
Aziz's brother, once he made the first 3, did that change kind of how y'all had to play defense, with him kind of?
No, but we were supposed to be rotating to him. And there were 2 or 3 times that we do something and he's there and you're guarding this guy, you got to rotate up and he's got to rotate over, and we really didn't. So, again, we got work to do. And it's recognizing that. The biggest thing, again, is you have a mentality, you get hit in the head, you're playing to win, you settle down, you don't shoot threes. You go to the rim, you get fouled. I mean, we did some good stuff, but you can't give up 16 threes and expect to win a game. You can't. You're not going to. And I even said prior to the game, if a team that's willing to shoot 30, 35 threes, if they make 20, you're losing. And then there may be a game they make 5. Then they're losing. And today, I just leaving corners and stuff that my teams don't do. We did a bunch of it today. Thanks.